Good day, everyone. Let's talk about action research. According to the Glossary of Education Reform, action research refers to a wide variety of evaluative, investigative, and analytical research methods designed to diagnose problems and weaknesses, whether organizational, academic, or instructional, to help educators develop practical solutions to address them quickly and efficiently. Based from the virtual classes we observed in our FS1, we will choose and limit our study to one class who encountered a lack of motivation in online learning. In choosing the class which will serve as our respondents, we will take into consideration their distinct characteristics and attributes which will be suitable for our study. Moreover, since we will be focusing on the impact of creative instructional materials on the academic motivation of the students, we will choose the best and specific instructional materials to use to improve and increase the academic motivation of our respondents. The chosen scenario will serve as our springboard for writing our CBAR.
Preliminaries. For the approval sheets, we incorporate our names as a researcher, our school, the title of our action research. We will ask for the signature of the following personnel: the research advisor, the Dean of College of Teacher Education, and the research panel for the acceptance of our research. For the acknowledgement, we will give a careful thought regarding those who help and support us in conducting this research. In the table of content, we create lists of the chapters and a major section with their corresponding page number, so that all of the readers will immediately be able to see how our manuscript is organized and remember the key points of our papers. For the abstract, we present the general overview of our research and the summary of our conclusions and recommendations.
For the background of the study, we will define and highlight the important terms of our study. We will provide general information about the topic and emphasize the main goal of our research. We will look for related studies and materials that can support and back up our claim and to help us broaden our action research. Under the significance of the study, we will put the importance of our study, the impact in the field, and how it will benefit the concerned individual like the teachers, parents, the students, as well as the researchers.
The possible cause of the problem of our CBAR requires an immediate solution. Yet, we are also suffering because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Students may experience physical, mental, or other personal issues that have an impact on their motivation. Because we are not allowed to have interactive face-to-face classroom management, students do not perceive the classroom climate to be supportive and have competing interests for their time and attention. For hypothesis, our CBAR aims to form the possible solution on how to determine the impact of the creative instructional materials on the motivation of the grade 11 students.
Select the best and the most effective solution that will aid our research, and we will provide an immediate response to the problem. We will include some suggestions which can serve as an alternative to the intervention to be applied in our study. This is an approach that deals with the needs of our research and the corresponding response.
The main goal of our study is to determine the impact of instructional materials to the academic motivation of the students in online learning. The target time frame in finishing this plan is about 6 weeks, which is the total weeks of Field Study 2, wherein the target participants of our study are the grade 11 students.
For investigation and data collection, we plan to use online survey-based questionnaire that is designed to estimate the impact of creative instructional materials to the academic motivation of students during online class. Multiple items such as yes or no and multiple choice were included in the survey-based questionnaire, which cover the study's objectives, and we plan to design it via Google Forms.
From the gathered data, we will summarize and conclude the findings and results from our action research. We will provide such recommendations such as techniques or strategies from the problems that we observe for the improvement of classroom-based learning. The findings of this CBAR or classroom-based action research will help teachers in improving the learning process and will serve as a reference guide for those who will conduct their studies too.
For bibliography, we will list all of the sources and the reference that will be used in the process of the research work. We will include the author's name, the title of the work, and the date of the sources. For appendices, we will put the supplementary materials that we use in the gathering of the data. For curriculum vitae, we include all the researchers who conducted the study that consists of their background information like skills, experience, knowledge, and credentials.
Tabulation means putting a data in a table. It is the act or process of tabulating and table displaying data in a compact form. So, this is the presentation of the data in a lucid form. Here is the result in tabulating the data analysis. The first one, we have the situation, which is very highly difficult. Preliminaries, moderately difficult. Introduction, very difficult. Problem identification, moderately difficult. Generation of alternative solution, very difficult. The plan of action, very highly difficult. Presentation and interpretation of data, very highly difficult. Findings, conclusions, and recommendations, very highly difficult. And lastly, we have the reflection, which is moderately difficult.
Rate your group from 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest in terms of your action plan. Justify the rating you have given to your group.
In doing this activity, it will benefit us in fulfilling and recalling all the parts of the action research. We will rate ourselves 4 because we became clear and concise as we explain each part of the action research plan.
Using one adjective, describe your experience in accomplishing the activity in general and in writing the 4 parts from introduction to the plan of action of your classroom-based action research in particular. Why you choose that adjective?
The best adjective that describe our experience in accomplishing the activity is optimistic, because despite of the difficulties we encountered in doing our action research plan, we are still hopeful, positive, and confident that we can do it successfully.